Sisyphus, king because he ruled Corinth. Pervert because he married Nice, yet he is known for his tricks and punishments for them. He caught the eyes of the gods with bad hospitality by killing visitors. As with any story about Greek mythology, the beginning would be too simple. So the event that started everything was actually Zeus turning into a huge eagle and kidnapping the nymph Aegina.
What is that?
I dunno, who is that?
Fair enough. We saw nothing.
Father of Aegina and god of the river Sisyphus, pursued Zeus and found himself in ancient Corinth or Ephyra.
Oh, come on.
Don't worry, we can make a deal.
Woo-woo, nice.
You tell me where he took her, and I'll not only ignore this, but I'll make a water source in this town.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but yes, it will work.
Enraged, Zeus ordered Thanatos, god of death, to capture Sisyphus and chain him.
I see you.
No, you don't.
So, you pull the lever and I am stuck for eternity, in chains?
Yes.
I don't understand.
What?
I don't. There is nothing up there.
Let me see. Ooh. You're going to walk away from me, aren't you?
No.
With the god of death absent, battles for the god of war, Ares, become boring. So he frees Thanatos.
God of Death is going for me right now. I have a plan, but don't ask too much. First you gotta push me into river, then…
Okay.
Bitch.
To make the next part clear, we need to understand the anarchy of the gods. At the top was God, whom we have already met, Zeus, sky and thunder god who rules as king of the gods on Mount Olympus. Beneath him, the god of the dead and the king of the underworld, Hades and his wife, the goddess of harvest and fertility, Persephone. You may ask, what is the goddess of fertility and harvest doing in underworld? The reason is simple. Hades made deal with Zeus and abducted her. Next goddess we need to mention is River Styx, goddess and river of the underworld. And if you're wondering why this is important to our floating fellow, it is because when his beloved wife pushed him into the river, he went into the river Styx, which threw him out in front of Persephone. He told her that his wife had not given him a proper burial, so they agreed after punishing her in the world of the living, he must return to the underworld. By the way, this is Charon, whose duty it was to ferry over the river Styx and Acheron those souls of the deceased who had received the rites of burial. So Sisyphus tricked the gods again. He returned home, of course, with no intention of honoring the agreement. It was the second and last time the gods were really pissed, especially Zeus. We mentioned how Zeus was the king of the gods. Therefore, he must not only be strong and smart, but also creative. He once chained a guy up as punishment and sent a raven to eat his liver, but that's another story for another time. So this time Hermes, the messenger of the gods, brings Sisyphus directly to Hades. Zeus once again had to be creative, and he was. But this punishment does not include being eaten alive, at least not physically. Pushing a boulder up a hill is physically demanding. But when you know you won't succeed, and you have to go back and suffer all over again, just to fail again, it's fucking killer. Because of his deceptions, this is what Sisyphus was destined to do for eternity. Pointless, endless, and painful. So what do you think? A myth with a tragic ending, or just a creative way to describe life?